Hey guys, welcome to Greeneville, Tennessee, the historic Greeneville, Tennessee,
Yes,
right?
lots of history
Yeah, here in Appalachia, it's amazing how much history here. What all are we going to go look at, Kim?
Well, the main thing is Andrew Johnson, the 17th president of the United States,
Yep.
lived here and moved here, and so the Andrew Johnson National Historical Site is here.
Yeah.
Which includes the Visitor Center, the National Cemetery, his home place,
his tailor shop and building.
his tailor shop.
And we got downtown Greeneville here. We got the General Morgan Inn, and behind us is the popular Capitol Theater.
Yes, and there's a city garage museum here. Just all kinds of historic homes.
Did we mention his homestead? You did, I guess.
Yes.
Yep.
Andrew Johnson's homestead, and so we'll give you all that history and take a look at these historic buildings that were built in the 18th century, I guess.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoy this episode. Stick with us to the end.
Come along.
Well, we're making it to the Andrew Johnson Visitor Center. Yep, let's walk down this way. Yeah, this is the visitor center right here. So here's some information. At his early home right there. It's the visitor center. It's where we're at right now. And then to the homestead and to the National Cemetery where President Andrew Johnson is buried.
In a regular vehicle, unfortunately RVs and people towing campers are not able to get up and around, in and up and around this loop of the National Cemetery.
Things you can purchase.
It's really nice if you all have time to go see it, but you can also drive. It's really nice view of the town and of the mountains and surrounding trees. So.
Andrew Johnson. Wow. The verdict. Why was Johnson impeached? What was the battle? Guilty or not? Of course, there was the big Senate trial. Look at there, I got the ballots. Most of them look like there's a pile for not guilty.
Mm-hmm. It does.
And the verdict. And then the final years there. Look at all this stuff in here, Karen. Look at this stuff. Vase. What don't you see there? Gold
That's
stamp.
a stamp to apply signature to letters and documents.
Hmm. Yeah. Acquittal. He was found not guilty. Governorship. That goblet. So this is the tailor shop. Look at that. Which is what he was really known for too, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Its frame structure is covered in yellow poplar weatherboarding, and its interior walls are covered with wide pine boards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is interesting, but look right here. This was the wedding coat made by Andrew Johnson. His tailoring shears, thimble, goose iron, whetstone there, and a brush.
I guess this is a mock-up of model of what it could look like inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Preserved it. Read that there if you'd like to. And inside, many of the known remaining pieces of equipment used by Johnson during his tailoring years are housed in this building. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, that looks like that little model over there.
Mm-hmm. Little stove in there. Look at there. You see the fireplace. Well, there you go. That's the tailor shop.
Yeah, so during the Civil War, and they held a general election in 1864, they formed a coalition, and they believed that Johnson's history would make a broad appeal to a ticket and improve Lincoln's chances for re-election.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1864, Abraham Lincoln and Andrew Johnson were elected president and vice president. And then in 1865, after an assassin's bullet took Lincoln's life, Andrew Johnson placed his hand on a Bible and took the presidential oath of office.
This is a ribbon worn by Andrew Johnson. Look at that.
What would you suggest?
Okay, so that's really neat, isn't it?
Yes.
So you come here, go in the visitor center, and they gave us a map. You can see here with all the places you can go and see pertaining to the president. But it's just a small part of Greeneville. Actually, that's a big part of Greeneville. Isn't
It is, yeah. Big part of Greeneville.
But you want to come by here, the visitor center, and get some information.
Yes, because
Now-
it's run by the National
Yeah.
Park Service.
Then we're going to show you a replica, I guess, of his birthplace and some other things. Let's go. The site that we're at here it commemorates the life and work of the 17th President of the United States, Andrew Johnson. Born in poverty, he rose from a tailor here in Greeneville to the nation's highest office. So let's go check this out. Look at there. So an early home.
They lived in this two-story brick house sometime in the 1830s until 1851. Johnson's life changed drastically. He went from tailoring to politics, first elected as alderman in Greeneville, mayor, and then steady rise to state representative, state senator, United States representative, governor of Tennessee, and Senate.
Quaint little porch, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And, alright.
Here's a Johnson family tree.
Yes. Then the apprenticeship. Let's see there. What do you think about one of our presidents who lived in this house? And the early Greeneville years here. Yeah. Look how low this door is. I can't get through it. I've got to duck. This is all the events in the life of Andrew Johnson. What all he saw and lived through. If you think about it, it's crazy. The Monroe Doctrine that's proclaimed. Colt patents its revolver. Right there. Just so much. Look at this fireplace. And wow, there's stuff everywhere in here. There's just so much history, guys. We can't show it all. It's crazy.
Says Andrew Johnson was a passionate supporter of the Homestead Act.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the road to the presidency. Another fireplace. So there's 3 fireplaces in here. The voice of the working class. The road to the presidency. Of course, you know his beliefs probably. If you follow history, political landscape, how neat is that? And what we got here? Oh, this is the restoration process here. There's your tour. Pretty impressive, isn't it?
It is.
What'd you think about that?
Cool.
Yeah. Then we're going to head over here across the street and check out this building over here. All right, what do you see there? I think this was a replica of his early home that was moved here or something like that.
Yeah, the replica building in front of you is based on Johnson's birthplace, preserved in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is really interesting. He was born in 1808 to poor and uneducated parents in a small building that served as a kitchen to Casso's Inn in Raleigh, North Carolina. When he was 3, his father died after saving 2 of his wealthy employers from drowning in an icy pond. A few years later, Johnson's destitute mother apprenticed him and his brother to a local tailor. And then at age 15, Johnson and his brother got into a legal dispute with the tailor and ran away. 2 years later, Johnson returned to Raleigh to try to settle, and then he led his mother and stepfather over the Appalachians here to Greeneville, Tennessee.
And here's what we're looking at. Check that out. Let's see if it looks like we can walk through it. You know, even though we grew up not really far from this, we're learning a lot, and or I should say we're being reminded of a lot from history and college and school, right?
Right.
What this says right here. Oh, it says, yeah, his birthplace replica.
From Raleigh,
Yeah.
North Carolina. Yeah. So it's just a one-room home, wasn't it?
It looks like there was an attic or upstairs there, the steps.
Yeah, that's true.
Up that way. You can see a lot of the early things here that they've preserved. Very interesting. Check out that fireplace. And then on out the back, look at that old quilt. So this whole area right in here
Yeah,
is...
it's called the National Historical Site of Andrew Johnson.
Yeah. So we're here and the farmers market's going on.
Yes.
So let's walk up through here and look at some of the stuff. What we got here? Yeah. Look at this. See this painted down here? I thought it was chalk to start with, but I believe it's painted. Yeah.
Hey, that's what I need to work. Goats. Yeah. To eat my grass.
Uncle James.
Just for a while.
How are you all?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. What a cool sign here. Greeneville. Hi, how are you, sir?
Caramel apple butter.
And it gives it a lot of tang that takes away from how hot it
Somebody
is.
had to drive them two home. So
That's good.
Caramel.
Well, I finally found her, and she has bought something.
I bought that caramel apple butter.
You did, didn't you?
She's let me sample several different things, but I decided on this. Like at one time it was Greeneville Public School. I don't know what it is now.
There's a town hall way up on the hill. We're headed this way, and look at what you just see here, old Dixie Cleaners, huh? You guys see that church right there? You won't believe what's stuck in the wall of it, will they?
Nope.
And we're going to show you. Okay, here we are. Do y'all see what it is over there? Can you see it? I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Now, do you see it? That is a cannonball. that's lodged in the wall, been lodged in the wall of this church, Presbyterian church. We'll walk over there and show you a lot more of the history of it. But that's just amazing.
It is, and that's when the building was serving as a hospital during the war.
Yeah. So this is the Greeneville, Cumberland Presbyterian Church, founded in 1841. You believe that? I'm not sure if it's showing on film, but it says the original log church on Irish Street served until 1860, when the present structure was begun on the land purchased from Andrew Johnson. How cool. So the war between the states saw the church used as a hospital and a stable, like Karen was mentioning. And the cannonball in the front wall was fired there. Check this out. On September the 4th in 1864, during the skirmish in which General John Morgan lost his life. And right up there is the cannonball. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Huh? What do you think about that?
It's crazy.
Here we are, downtown Greeneville. This is the Greeneville Cumberland Presbyterian Church. With the cannonball in the side of it. Just so cool.
It is.
There's some more information. If you'd like to read that, you can. Okay, so we're going to take you downtown here, walk up the street in Greeneville, show you some of the shops and some things. There is a popular hotel up here.
Oh, yes.
We'll come back down that street over there and show you all of that. But right here is the General Morgan Inn. And you've actually stayed here before.
I have. I spoke at a women's retreat. And so I was a speaker and came down here, and we had all our meals here and spent the night.
It's really nice.
And that's the restaurant everybody loves, Brumley's Restaurant and Lounge.
Historic Hotels of America.
General Morgan Inn and Convention Center, or Conference Center.
Yeah. And the restaurant's over here to the right.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, very pretty.
Look at the ceiling and those chandeliers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here it talks about murder or battle, the death of Morgan. You can read up on that if you'd like. So it looks like there's an art gallery here. But look at this. The walls in here, and how interesting. Yeah, look at this little picture here. We jumped on the elevator here. Okay, where are we going here in the
Second floor to the terrace.
garden? Terrace level. Oh wow. So I guess you use this for wedding receptions and
Just other events, kind
Yeah.
of parties. We were up here when the sun set too. It was gorgeous.
oh yeah, nice view. Let's go down here and look at this view back this way. It's a pretty day. Hey, I officiated a wedding right over there in that little chapel. You remember it?
You
They were celebrities at the time.
did. Yes.
And who all was there?
Big name people from producers and managers from Nashville.
And country music.
Yes.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah, Carrie Underwood was there.
Not necessarily because of Carrie Underwood, but other people, you know?
Right, but at the reception, he didn't want to go up and meet Carrie Underwood, and I went, She's just a real person like us. Let's go.
So we go. And we got to meet Mac Powell, third day. Lots
Yes.
of neat things happening there at the wedding.
Yes.
So this is the St. James Episcopal Church.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. Look at that. So right beside the General Morgan Inn. It's an antique store. It's not
Yes.
open though, is it?
Yeah.
So what were you saying about General Morgan? What happened to him? He was killed, right?
John Morgan,
John
yeah.
Morgan.
He was a cavalry. He was in the Cavalry Confederate Army when he was killed during that skirmish that put the cannonball in the Presbyterian Church.
Oh yeah, this whole street's under construction. Look at that.
We call it the depot. Something about the depot street construction.
Yeah. What a cool mural over there.
Yeah.
Nice old structure and building. But here's the Capitol Theater. Look at this old building. Now, there's a lot of history with the Capitol Theater here. You can look it up, but it's very interesting.
Oh, it says you can book it.
Yeah. Look at that, First National Bank of Greeneville. You see that over there on the bank side? Look at that. Look at this. King of the Wild Frontier, David Crockett. So he was born in limestone. Another neat thing about this area.
In 1955, Walt Disney brought Crockett to the screen
Yeah.
for a movie premiere at the Capitol Theater.
There you go. It's got a lot of rich history here. So yeah, in case we haven't mentioned, David Crockett's birthplace is not far from here. We got a video on that.
Yes, in our library. It's
See,
in Limestone, Tennessee.
There's a campground. It's a really nice
State
place
Park.
to visit.
Yeah.
So it's maybe just 10 minutes from here, downtown Greeneville. Here's the old Greeneville Federal Bank. That clock there on the wall. Yeah, Asbury United Methodist. Pretty church, isn't it?
It is.
That stained glass window. But I mean, the history and the historic stuff just keeps on going. Look down through there. Ken's gone over there to check out that home. Look at that thing.
Your home is the oldest home standing in Greeneville.
It's the oldest home?
Still standing in Greeneville.
Oh, cool. Our oldest home, still standing in Greeneville. Okay, so you perked my interest. I'm crossing the street and I didn't get killed. When was it built?
1795
Oh, wow.
by Valentine Sevier.
Yeah,
It was later owned by President Andrew Johnson.
after the war. Oh my goodness, look at those shutters. You see those shutters?
Sevier was a wealthy political leader.
Yeah. The Valentine Sevier home. And look at the courtyard back there. We don't know if it's privately owned, so we're not going to go back there, but okay. And then
This home was built in 1810.
it's the Clausen McDowell Brown home. When did you say that was built? 1810?
This one was built in 1810.
Check that out. You think guys couldn't do stuff years and years and years ago? Guys and gals could do just about anything they set their mind to. And over here is where we're headed. The homestead of Andrew Johnson. So I say we cross the street, take another look at it. Home of Andrew Johnson. Somebody's standing in there. They give tours. We didn't sign up for a tour, but the tours do begin on the porch there, you can see. Yep. Well, let's walk over here and see what all's here. That's kind of the first thing we saw. The only place we really haven't been other than the homestead is to show you guys the National Cemetery. So let's walk around here just a second and then we'll head that way. Preserving the president's legacy. So peaceful. Hear the train back there.
Yes.
Well, it had some nice balconies on the homestead here, didn't it? There you go, the home of the 17th president. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
There's even outside steps going up to the next balcony.
Think about the conversations inside of this home would be amazing.
Even out here on the porch. Even out here on the porch and balcony.
Oh yeah. Over here's the City Garage Car Museum. It's just right across the street from the home of Andrew Johnson. Look at that. This is a Ford with a V8 in it. Look at that. The sheriff. City Garage Car Museum. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I bet that is cool. That is alright, isn't it? Check that out.
There's even a horse and buggy back there.
Yeah? Okay, so we're running out of time here in Greeneville, but it was $5 each to go in there. We didn't do it, but looks like it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if you're in Greeneville, downtown, you might want to check it out. And now you can see the Capitol Theater this side of the road. Greene County Courthouse. It's in the memory of the Union soldiers. The Union Army of Greene County. 1861 to 1865. There is the General Morgan. First Presbyterian, 1780. And here's the little chapel where I did the wedding I was telling you about.
It only seats 100 people max.
Yeah.
Small. Okay. Here's our Andrew Johnson National Cemetery.
Yeah, it's just really close to downtown. But this is a National Park Service. It's managed by... Well, we made it up here, and there it is. We'll walk up that direction. A hill with a pleasant view. In 1852, Tennessee Congressman Andrew Johnson climbed to the top of this hill and marveled at the view.
He told his servant Sam he wanted to take his final rest here and soon purchased 15 acres for a family burial ground. During the Civil War, when Johnson moved from military governor of Tennessee to vice president of the United States, soldiers used this hill for signaling friendly forces, and then he became the 17th president, and in 1878 this became Signal Hill and then became Monument Hill.
Okay, so welcome to Signal Hill and Monument Hill.
Right.
These old trees, and there is a great view. We're going to show you this view in just a minute when we get around there. But it's what he saw and what made him decide this is where I want to be buried. Right here in East Tennessee, not too far from the Great Smoky Mountains, lies the 17th president, Andrew Johnson, and Eliza.
Looks like she died 1 year after him,
Yeah.
around a year after him.
How beautiful and peaceful is it up here? That's
Oh, it
crazy, isn't it? Big bald eagle up there on top.
And they have the Constitution of the United States written right there because that was part of his political policies as president, is he wanted to enforce stubbornly and strictly, they said, the Constitution.
Yeah. Okay, so now you can see why this is where he wanted to be buried. Look at that view back there.
Isn't that awesome?
So he came up here and he bought it and said, this is where I want to be buried. So, well, that's going to do it from here in Greeneville, Tennessee.
Yes. Such a historic town,
Yeah.
lots of history to just really be amazed at.
Yeah, we recommend coming. Not far from Pigeon Forge, maybe 40 minutes of a drive, something like that. Beautiful East Tennessee at its best here in Greeneville.
Yes.
The Capitol Theater, all the president's stuff, and so much more.
Right.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming along. We appreciate all our subscribers and patrons. Thanks for supporting us. We love you guys, and thanks for coming along. Until next time, we're Fridays.
Forever. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Just on the other side, you can see all the other gravestones, and these lives are just as important as the president's and your life.
Right.
And so thank you to everyone who has sacrificed for this incredible country. We appreciate you so much, and you'll never be forgotten.